uptight on the inside. Keep it together, man, you could drown in those blue eyes. She said, hey you, isn't it funny how we always seem to meet at every place in town? Yeah, I must be lucky. I reply, you can't take me high. Maybe I just wanna see ya. I'll go anywhere to be there. Feels like I can break the ceiling. I just wanna keep this feeling. You can't take me. Give me bad lines, give me butterflies, give me anything, 'cause I'm down for you right now. Yeah. I said, hey you, if I'm being honest, I've been stalking you a bit, hoping you'd see me, and maybe you wanted to give this one a try and take me high. Maybe I just wanna see ya. I'll go anywhere if you be there. It feels like I can fly. Think I'm gonna break the ceiling. I just wanna keep this feeling. 'Cause you can't take me. Yeah. You can't take me. You can't take me high. Maybe I just wanna see you.
すごい綺麗。
The shadows were dancing on the building's golden light when sunset glowed.
Bustling streets and busy traffic, walking hand in hand on our way home.
The roads were drawn like something certain. Every turn laid out so clear. Felt like love, looked like forever. But I fear we had a paper town soon. We painted bright blue skies. You were never truly mine. Our map's been torn in two. This paper town. This paper town. The streets don't feel like home now. All the colors fade. I know it is not enough to say I'm sorry. Didn't beg him to stay, so there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Yes, there he goes. I know I did him wrong. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire, but baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm, and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. But if the sky would open up, you're staying home, you don't get it. You always used to love the rain, but LA changed you. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at.
Heart is fire, but baby, I bet you're cold without me. Even when it's 90 degrees without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got it? Our lines crossed. We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart, and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. If we don't feel the same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. Don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you. Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my time. No. Maybe you don't wanna know, you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my time.
Guys my age laugh at my jokes, treat me like one of the bros. Think I'm cool, but they would never date me. 'Cause girls my age have tiny waists, skin tight tan and baby faces. Dance at the bar like no one's watching. But I'm just a flower on the wall, not someone you'd ever fall for. But in a couple weeks, you look at me. When I get pretty, then you'll want me. I'll be picture perfect and make you happy. I'll be dancing, center of attention, vision of
find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, so you make me strong. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Ordering a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. You're the first thing in the morning and the last. Baby, you're my future and you are my past. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Ordering a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds